Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is Daily and thank you so much for watching. Now today's video, I'm so excited because I believe that this is like my first ever drugstore tutorial or just drugstore related makeup video. So I have done a little bit of spending. I have just recently purchased an order on this is called Glam Raider. It is a website in Australia where you can buy all drugstore makeup. So I have stocked up on a whole bunch of stuff. So whilst all this stuff is new to me, I'm sure it is absolutely not new by any means, but I'm just going to give you guys like a first impressions rundown on all of these products, and yeah, we're just going to play with some drugstore makeup. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I am so excited to just test and play all this stuff out. So I don't have a primer, I don't have a foundation, I also don't have a mascara. Actually, another thing that I'm just going to chuck in this video, I did buy it, but I got the wrong one. This is by Dermacol. This is just the makeup cover foundation. I got this one online, but I am like 100% certain that this is like one of the fake ones. So I don't exactly want to use this all over my face as a foundation because I'm so afraid that I'll have like some crazy reaction. But I might use it to just spot conceal a few of these pimples that I've got going at the moment. So I didn't buy this through Glam Raider, but I haven't exactly tried it out yet either. So I got it in the shade 210, so I might even just chuck this one in the video as well. So anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm just going to get stuck into it and let's just play with some makeup. I think that I might actually go in with the brows first. So let's dip into this Revolution pencil. Like I'm in the shade medium brown. So one end is a spoolie and one side is your pencil, and it is a wind up. Let's see what this spoolie is like. Let's brush out these brows. It's probably not the best spoolie you're ever gonna get, but does the job. I've been so fixed on my powders lately that like it's been such a long time since I've actually used a brow pencil. So I'm just gonna wind this up a bit here and start filling in the brow. The shade's a pretty good match. I'm kind of just filling in more than anything. Just the little sparse areas, just to make the brows appear a little bit more defined. Go back in with that spoolie and just try to blend everything out. I usually do not use brow pencils that often. But this one's pretty easy to work with. I definitely prefer a pencil over a pomade any day. This brow is my problem brow as well. So that's great. You can see one compared to the other. It's just giving me a little bit more color. Just do the same to the other side. Okay, so that's the brows done. That's actually quite a nice brow pencil. It's creamy and it's got that nice tip on it. I was able to like define the tails of my brows quite nice. And yeah, that's actually nice. Like I said, I usually am not a big brow pencil type of person, but I actually quite like that. It was pretty fast and easy to use. So cool, I like that. I'm just gonna quickly try this Dermacol because I've had it for a little while and I've just had it sitting there. I have already undone it because I wanted to like test the shade. I'm just gonna take just a tiny bit on my finger and I'm just gonna put it over top of these blemishes before I go in with foundation. I just got so worried when I realized that it was a rip-off one. Like you don't really know kind of what you're getting with rip-off products, and whilst I don't have uber sensitive skin, I have been prone to have reactions to particular products in the past. So yeah, I was kind of hesitant to just go ahead and put this all over my face, but I don't know, let's see. It's covering up those pimples actually pretty well. There is still a little bit of redness peeking out underneath there. The shade is actually quite nice. Like I thought it might be like a really funny undertone because it's a rip-off product, but it's actually pretty good. I won't bother blending it out too much because I'll hit it with my beauty blender when I put on my foundation, but I don't know. I think that's done a pretty good job of hiding that blemish just there and the few little ones that I have on my chin. So I don't know. I'll see how this goes and maybe I will try this out all over my face. Not today, but I don't seem to have any weird reactions to this. I might actually test it out like as an actual foundation like it's supposed to be used for, because the shade's actually quite nice. So moving on, I'm just going to quickly do my foundation, completely off screen for you guys, and then we'll jump back on and play with some more products. Okay guys, so I've just quickly put on some foundation. I've gone in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Apparently this has been discontinued and I'm so devastated because that is like one of my favorite foundations of all time from the drugstore. So let's go ahead and crack into this concealer. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. Now I got the shade C5. It's a bit warm toned, but that's okay. I can work with this. And I'll just do one side at the time. It's pretty thick, so let's see what this coverage is like. I've heard so many people rave about this concealer, so I was so excited to finally pick it up. I think they brought out a foundation in this as well. Okay, so instantly that's given some pretty good coverage. You can see this side with concealer and this side without. It's really covered all of that discoloration and evened out the under eye area. It looks pretty smooth under there and it's not too thick. Like whilst the concealer like is a thick consistency, it doesn't feel really thick and heavy under the eye, which is great. And the colors actually blended out quite well. So I'll just do same thing to the other eye. And once again, going in with my sponge to blend everything out. Okay, that is the concealer done. This is so nice. Like it's super full coverage, but it doesn't feel really heavy. The color is actually quite nice. It looked quite dark when I was applying it, but I don't know. I feel like it's just looks great on the skin. And yeah, like it hasn't creased yet. I haven't yet to set it, but so far so good. It's really hid all that discoloration. Yeah, I'm really liking this. So it's going to be interesting to see how this holds up. So I think we might need to set the face from here. So let's try this Fit Me powder out. I've heard so many good things about this powder. I'm usually use like a pressed powder as opposed to a loose powder. So let's try this out. So you've got your sifter here and there's this little protective screen on there. So, okay. Now what I might do is just tap this into the lid. Now this is what the color looks like. It's pretty dark for a fair shade, but hopefully it looks okay on the skin. Now what I might do first is, this is a Morphe E48 brush. I'm just gonna coat the powder all over this brush, tap off any excess. Ooh, so messy. This is what I hate about loose powders. And I'm just gonna quickly just go in under my eye once more, and then I'm going to set. This doesn't have any scent, nothing like that actually. It's and it feels pretty lightweight, which is quite nice. Ooh, looking smooth. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I'm gonna coat this brush up and then tap off any excess. This powder is really great for baking. I'm not huge on baking. I don't really do it that often. If anything, I bake my contour to kind of smooth that area up, but I'm not really big on like baking underneath my eyes. But I have heard that this powder is phenomenal for baking. So now with the rest of the powder, I'm just going to apply it all over my face. It like really does a great job of smoothing the skin. Like it looks like really kind of flawless and poreless. Flawless and poreless, who doesn't want that? I don't know, it just like gives a really smooth kind of effect to the skin. So it's really nice. And I thought that because the powder seems so dark that it might alter the look of my foundation or my concealer, but I don't know, I don't think it hasn't seemed to do that yet, so that's great. That's actually quite nice. It's messy, it's like all over my table. I managed not to get it on my shirt, thankfully, but it is everywhere. I think that's why I stopped using loose powders, because I was just so sick of how messy they were getting. So anyway, that's actually quite a nice powder. It's very, very smoothing. It makes the skin look, yeah, just like really, really airbrushed actually. Like I can see why this is really popular. I don't know. Let me get up close here for you guys. What do you think? I quite like this. It's really nice. It's really nice. Okay, let's keep moving on. Let's go in with this brilliant let's go in with this brilliant bronzer by BH. So this is in the shade Golden Girl, and how cute is this packaging? It's so cute. And ooh, this is nice. This is the shade right here. It's got a nice warmth to it, and you actually get a really nice size mirror as well. So I'm gonna take this lovely powdered this lovely contour brush by Morphe, the M527. I'm gonna swirl the brush in there. Ooh, you get a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you guys can see that kind of in the tops of the pan just there. It's quite powdery, but that's okay. And let's just start off with bronzing the cheek area. Now I believe that this was the lightest shade, and there was something like at least 4 shades, maybe even more. This is nice. I really like the color. It blends out so well. So well. I'm in desperate need of a tan as well, so this is giving me the life that I need. I'm so fair right now. It's winter here in Australia, and I literally will stay indoors for the whole 3 months of winter because I hate the cold. So this is just giving me that lift that I need because I'm like really, really pale right now. Just do a little just over the nose, just to, not so much contour, but just to give some color to the center of my face. That is so pretty, and it's so smooth. I really, really like this. I think this is going to be my new... Okay. I know I threw it away, but I really like this. I think this is going to be my new favorite bronzer. This is beautiful. I love the tone. The tone is amazing. It's so smooth. It's just gone amazingly over the top of that powder, and like the color is just so nice. So this one for the win. And what did this cost me? 15 bucks. So not bad. I'm sure you guys can get it even cheaper. If you're watching from America, I'm sure you can get this even cheaper. But for us, that's pretty affordable over here in Australia. So I love this. This is like, so far, this is like my biggest winner of like things that I love the most so far. Okay, now what I want to do is I actually want to dip back into this powder once more because I've heard it's great for baking. Like I said, I'm not big on baking my under my eyes, but I love to like bake my contour and sharpen it up. So I'm just loading this brush up with powder. And I'm just going to carve out underneath my cheekbones here, just to lift this area. So I'm going to leave that on just for a little bit, but let's just see how that goes for carving out. Now, while that is sitting on there, let's dip into this blush. So Wet n Wild, this is in the shade Apricot in the middle. I love a nice warm tone blush. I won't be using this crappy little brush that comes with it. No, thank you. But I will be picking up my Sigma F40. I love this shade too. It looks really pretty. And just putting this on the apples of the cheeks and bringing it back. This is a nice shade. I usually prefer like more pinkier tone blushes, but I don't mind a nice like nudie kind of colored one. And this has a slight sheen to it as well, which is pretty. Just gives a little bit of extra life to the skin. So it's nothing too crazy. Like the pigmentation is there. Probably need to build it up like a little bit. But for the price and being drugstore, this is actually quite nice, and it's pretty smooth. It's a pretty nice formula, but you just kind of build up the pigmentation, but I actually don't mind that. And I think that if you're somebody who's just like freshly learning out makeup, that having products that aren't too pigmented are great, because if you go in with a really heavy hand, especially with blush, it can be pretty hard sometimes to like fix that error. So to have something that's buildable, it's just foolproof. Now I'm just gonna like kind of blend away that bake. It kind of just like all like absorbed into my skin. It's not really so much there anymore. I'm just gonna blend that away. And if there's one thing that I can say about my face like right now, is just like it's looking smooth. I'm just looking so just airbrushed, flawless. There's not a pore on my skin. So I'm really impressed. Now let's dig into this little Wet n Wild highlight. This is so cute. So the Megaglo highlighting powder, and look at this packaging. It's a cute little flower in there. This come in quite a few shades. I played it safe and went for like the champagne one because that's just more my speed. This does have actually quite a lot of pink hues in it. So this is my Morphe. This is the M501. And let's see what this highlight is like. I'm gonna get my brush in there because I don't know what this is like. Okay, so far, so good. This is packing a punch, but it's not like, it's not too in your face. I have to admit, compared to some of my other highlighters that I love, the formula's great. It is probably a little powdery. Like it does feel a little powdery, but look at that. Like that's giving a really nice kind of beam. I like this like pinky kind of hue that it has as well. I don't really have a lot of stuff with that kind of hue in my collection. So I'm definitely adding something to my collection by having a highlighter that's not just your typical champagne. I always like to highlight the center of my forehead. And I don't really like to highlight my nose, but I do like to highlight sometimes my chin, but always my Cupid's bow. And we'll put a little on the chin today, not too much. That's really pretty. I do like it. It's a little powdery, not too powdery, like it's still smooth, but it's probably a little bit more powdery compared to some of my other high-end ones. But for the price, this is actually really nice. I really like that. It's giving me a really nice beam. It looks nice. It looks great on camera, and it still looks nice in person. I'll be interested to see how this looks as the day goes on, but I'm not mad at it. I really like this. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to, I don't like to go too ham with the highlight on the chin. But yeah, I'm really liking this. So that is nice. I quite enjoy that. And then it comes in quite a few shades as well. So if this kind of champagne one wasn't your speed, there's definitely other options. Now I just quickly want to set the face. Now this obviously isn't something that I purchased for this video. This is the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Glow Water. So I'm just going to quickly set my face, set all those powders down, although things are looking really smooth. So just set some brow gel through my brows just to sit those brow hairs up. Now, I know I should move on to eyes, but I really want to quickly just move on to lips. Now I'm just going to quickly line my lips, and then let's go in with this Revolution gloss. So just quickly lined my lips with this lip liner from Jordana. This is in the shade Rock and Rose. Now this is called a matte lip gloss, so I'm not really sure how that works, but anyway. And the shade is in Undressed. So I don't know if this is going to be actually glossy or if it's going to be like more of a liquid lipstick. I'm just going to put that on the center of my lips. It's quite a nude shade. I usually don't wear colors this nude, but I don't dislike it. I might just quickly reline my lips just for a little bit more extra definition there. I think that really, this is just actually like a liquid lipstick. They've just called it a matte lip gloss, but there's no glossiness to it at all. Like this is definitely a liquid lipstick. So I'm not really sure with the naming of that. I'm just not a massive fan of liquid lipstick, so the shade is pretty. I usually don't wear things quite this nude. I don't know. I don't like 100% dislike it. It's just that I just don't really like liquid lipsticks. So I don't know. I guess matte lip gloss. Like I'm sorry, but it's a liquid lipstick. But anyway, I don't like hate it, but it's just not personally my thing. So now we've really only got this eyeshadow palette left to play with and these lashes. So this is the Milani Earthy Elements. Now on the back, it's actually got like step-by-step instructions on like what's the base, what's the contour, the lid, the crease, like the liner. So if you're somebody who's struggling for like eyeshadow ideas, I love that you can follow that. I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush. This is by Sigma. This is the E35. And I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm going to take this shade right here. Ooh, quite pigmented. Just going to tap off any excess. And I'm going to blend this into the crease. Now, I'm not doing anything too crazy today. Like, I'm literally just playing. I'm just having fun with the makeup. So there's no crazy looks today. Just an everyday type of look. It's pretty pigmented. If anything, the only thing is with the pen sizes being small like this, sometimes it's hard to get your brush into it. But it's a cute palette. Let's have a little bit more pigment on this side because this side's looking a little bit more pigmented than the other side. That's fine. We'll just go back into this side. blending out pretty well. Like, it obviously packs a punch. We've got lots of pigmentation here. The eyeshadows are nice. They probably do need a little bit more help than some of my other favorite eyeshadows to blend, but otherwise they're quite nice. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this brush by Zoeva. This is the 234, and I'm gonna take this darker shade right here, and I'm gonna put this just on the outer half of the lid. This is a nice shade. This is really pretty. Just gonna use this brush to kind of pack down that color. I'm going to switch back over to that first brush that I used and just blend and pack back down and blend. This has got a nice shimmer to it. This is very pretty. This is a really nice shimmer. Like, this one is blending out so well. It's super creamy. It's super pigmented. This is a very, very nice color. Very easy to work with as well. And I'm like getting no fallout either, which is great. This is the MAC 242, and I don't know which shade to take. I think I'm gonna go with this one here because this one has shimmer. This one here is just a matte. So I'm gonna take this shimmer shade right here, and I'm just gonna pack this in the inner corner and bring it just across to meet that darker shade. This shade's okay. It's not as creamy. It's not as pigmented as the last shade that I just used, and it doesn't pack as much of a punch as far as like shimmer goes. It's still nice. It's just not the greatest. I wonder if I'm just gonna try something. I'm just gonna wet this brush with this setting spray. This isn't Fix Plus or anything like that, but we'll see how this goes. And I'm just gonna see if by wetting it, if I can just get a little bit more intensity. Not really. No, that's not really doing much at all. A little, but not much. But that's okay. It's a pretty shade. I'm still happy with the eyeshadow look. I really like warm tones on my blue eyes. It really makes them pop. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to use this Drugstore mascara. I want to just try to keep everything Drugstore today. This is the Paradise Ecstatic by L'Oreal. I'm just going to quickly chop on a few coats of mascara and then I'll be right back. Okay, I don't usually wear false lashes, so it took me a bit to get these on. I do like the invisible lash band. It definitely makes them look more natural, if I can use that word. I mean, I think that when it comes to lashes, some can look very, very natural and like they're not there, but most of the time it's pretty obvious that you have lashes on. But these are nice. They're quite long, like they're touching my eyebrows, but that's fine. I quite like these and they're pretty easy to put on. Now the only thing left to do is the bottom lash line. So I'm going to take this short shader brush that I was using just before, but I think this time we'll go into, so I'll just use the other end, this nice orange shade in the palette, and I might just smudge this under the eye. I'll just go back in with that first brush and just blend. Okay guys, that is the look complete. So something a little bit different for me, more in the sense of the lashes, because I usually don't ever wear eyelashes, but it's nice for a change. So let me just give you a quick rundown of the products. So I quite like the Milani palette. That first shade was a little difficult to blend, but I got there eventually. I think the orange shade, that matte shade, was really, really nice, and the shimmer shades seem pretty nice. The one that I used on the inner corner, not the best, but overall it's a pretty good palette, and I really, really like the tones that are in this. I think you can make a lot of different looks out of this. The lashes are nice. It's just something different for me, and I don't know, when I saw them I kind of just wanted to support xoxo. I do like them, but I honestly probably won't wear them again more because I'm just not really a lash girl. I love this bronzer. It's super creamy, super pigmented. I love the tone. I just think it looks so nice. So yeah, this one is a big thumbs up for me. I really like the blush as well by Wet n Wild. you do have to kind of like build it up, but I really, really like this. I think the color is really pretty. I'll definitely be reaching for this a lot more. The highlighter, I do like it. I don't know how often I'll reach for it. I sometimes prefer a little bit more of a subtle highlight. The older that I'm getting, I'm like, sometimes I want something a little bit more subtle, but this is really pretty. I do like the pink hue that kind of has. It's very soft and I think it's pretty cute. The powder, okay, I think I'm converted. The longer and longer I'm staring at my skin, it just looks so freaking flawless. Like, I just am pretty obsessed with how my skin is looking right now. So, and I haven't used like a pore filling primer or anything. This is really smooth my whole skin over, so I'm really impressed. I really quite like this Fit Me powder. Something that I don't really enjoy is the Revlon, the matte gloss. Like I said, I'm just not somebody who really wears liquid lipsticks, and this is a liquid lipstick. Like, even though it's called a matte gloss, it's a liquid lipstick. The color is pretty. I think if I put a gloss over the top of it though, I'd really quite like it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a liquid lipstick girl. I'm so beyond that stage. What else? Ooh, this concealer. This is nice. Like, my under eye area looks so flawless. Like, look at that. It is like, it's super flawless and it's like covered up all of that discoloration. It hasn't creased like at all. Like, usually when I wear concealers, I always give them that little bit of a benefit of the doubt that there is a slight bit of creasing, because I just think it's pretty impossible to use a concealer that doesn't crease at all. But there's no creasing at all with this. I kind of want to like pick up a really darker shade and see what it's like for contouring. So this one here as well, I absolutely love. The Dermacol, once again, I know I didn't buy it with the Glam Raider stuff, but it's covered up those pimples really nicely and the tone was pretty nice. So I have enjoyed this as well. Is there anything else that I'm mixing? This brow product, really nice. Like, I really like this. It was super easy to work with. It blends really well and it's pretty fast. So overall, like, I pretty much have liked virtually everything that I've tried today. So I know that this stuff isn't like anything brand new to the market. It's just new to me. And it was just fun to play around with some drugstore stuff for you guys. And I really want to start incorporating more and more drugstore products into my tutorials, into my videos. So thumbs up if you want to see more drugstore stuff from me, because I am happy to do that for you guys. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that little notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload. If there's any particular videos that you guys want to see, then let me know in the bottom bar down below. Otherwise, that is it for me. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye.